Hello, princesses, and welcome back to Not Fit for Print Beauty with me, Rebecca. Today we are here to talk about a brand new release from Selena Gomez's Rare Beauty. This is the new Discovery palette, the Come to Play eyeshadow palette. We are going to talk about it, swatch it in two different lights, and try it on. You know, we'll talk about the good and the bad. There's a lot more good than bad, so let's get started. Okay, so this is the brand newest edition. It is currently at on the Rare Beauty website and on their Instagram, on the brand's Instagram. It should be coming to Sephora soon enough. Her products generally do. It is from the Discovery series. This is the, I believe, second, I might eat my words, but I believe second edition, and it is called Come to Play. Here it is in the palette. It is $29, and we have a bunch of little shades. Those do not slide. They are actually that small, little crescent moons, and then the big, what I like to call disco ball right in the middle. There are, let's see, a bunch of matte shades, and then one duochrome shade right there. So that is the next to last on this end is a duochrome shade, and then a pressed glitter right there in the middle. Not so pressed. It's kind of getting everywhere. And the glitter itself is chunky. All right, already some of you have gone, I'm out, but stick around, stick around. It is chunky and it is duo or multi-chrome as well. The reason I compared this or said it was the second is I grabbed out here the True to Myself Discovery Eye Palette. This was from the season before, and this also has that big center glitter ball, except in this one it was much more of a golden palette. I can link that review for you to look at if you are comparing the two. They are both $29. This time the glitter is much more pronounced, much more chunky, much more color changing and interesting, and much more glittery. Let's go to swatches, I should say, of the Come to Play palette on my arm here in studio lighting. Take a look at it. I gave two swatches to the glitter area because, of course, that takes up the most real estate in the palette, and I wanted to show that. So there's every shade there, and I will point at some point in the video to the duochrome there. That is that next to last shade. The others are all matte, rosy, purpley shades. Very usable, very pretty. Let's take it outside. I was gonna say into the warm California sunshine like I normally do, but it's a little bit cloudy and overcast. So let's take it out into the cloudy, overcast California daylight so that you can take a look at it in natural lighting, maybe a little bit more true to color that way. Interestingly enough, this swatched on my arm a little bit patchy. I will tell you in advance I didn't have any trouble with it on the eyelids, but we are going to look at it and discuss the glitter. This, when I reviewed the last one, the True to Myself palette, I had a lot of kickback about the big glitter disco ball in the middle of the palette. People wished that was a smaller part of the palette. Again, same thing. As I said, these don't slide. These are crescents, mostly matte, very buttery, very nice. And I don't know if I said this, this palette is $29. So it's very reasonably priced, which makes a lot of people say it's a very youthful brand. It is, but can be worn by people of any age. And the shadows apply well to any type of eyelid, mature or lucky youngsters. Doesn't really matter. So we're going to go try this on and then talk about it. It is the $29 Come to Play Rare Beauty brand new Discovery Eye Palette. Let's try it on. Okay, so we're going to avoid the glitter ball as long as we can because it's glitter, and just start with some of these. Let's start with this matte shade right here. Lots of mattes, and we'll definitely also work with the duochrome. And in a way, it's kind of interesting because in giving us a lot of mattes, this palette cuts down on some choice. I'm going in with that same shade. This palette cuts down on some of the choice and makes it a little bit easier to work with. And effortless is a word used a lot by the Rare Beauty team. They really want effortless looks. Let's go in, same brush, this exact shade here on the back there, and they do look like they have shade names, so I will go back after and make sure I put those in editing for you. And I'm just going kind of around in a circle and just same shade, I'm not even tapping off the brush, just kind of going in and doing the crease there quickly. I do everything quickly, same shade all the way under. Okay, very pretty, simple, easy, and they're performing really well. We're a little bit patchy, as you saw on the swatches, but not bad at all. Let's take this duochrome, and I'll just use my finger here, and let's just run that along the lid. Now, I know, have to go in with this glitter. I don't have to, but I will, so that we can take a look at it. But I want to just kind of, with my finger, kind of pack on that duochrome shade, just so we could kind of see how it performs. Pretty, huh? Pretty. Let's darken the edges just a bit with this shade here, this kind of rosy pink shade. Let's just give it a little bit more definition. And underneath a little bit. Very pretty. Just kind of a pretty everyday look that doesn't need the glitter that I'm about to do. Will this glitter fall in your eyes? We are going to find out. And the glitter is kind of a duochrome too. It's a double threat. Okay, I'm just going to put it right there in the center. Hey, look, glitter, pressed glitter, this isn't very pressed, it's really pretty. I'm trying to be gentle with it because I don't mind fallout like with Pat McGrath, but when there's kind of a pressed glitter that falls in everywhere, you just feel like you were in some sort of a costume bin or a costume, chest at a children's museum. If you've been to a children's museum, you totally know what I'm talking about. They have like a barrel that you open and you just come out covered in glitter. So let's just go easy on the glitter. But it's on there, and I will say it's quite pretty. It's quite celebratory and very young. It needs obviously some mascara and eyeliner, and then we'll talk about it. Okay, here's what I did. I added in the Charlotte Tilbury Eye Cheat. Do you remember that? The really light one that's supposed to make your eyes brighter and bigger. We'll see if it did. And a really extreme black Pat McGrath Tightline eyeliner above in her Permagel eyeliner. And then a lot of this Ilia mascara that I'm just in love with, and I will link below for you. You guys, for $29, this is a really pretty look. And I'll say what I say about Come to Play, this new eyeshadow palette from Selena Gomez Rare. I'll say what I said about the last one, the True to Myself. The glitter annoys me, and yet it is really pretty. Glitter is pretty. And I used it sparingly, and it does make a really kind of twinkly, pretty holiday look. That's for $29. Very inexpensive, very fun, very easy to use. Though the shades were a little tough to swatch, they kind of weren't that smooth swatched. I had no trouble with them at all on the eyelid, proving yet again that a swatch is just a swatch. It doesn't necessarily show us how it's going to perform on the eye. And these performed really well. And again, the glitter, glitter stays around. I have it on my sweater. I have a little bit of it in my eyebrows. It does stay around, but darn it if it isn't pretty. And, for the holidays, that's a little something. I don't know if it needs to be that much of it. We can continue in comments to debate the large kind of disco ball version of it in the middle, but it is pretty. You can't debate that. They perform well, and the price is right. So tell me what your thoughts are on this. Is this something you're going to add to your holiday collection? Just because it's affordable. I hope it is at Sephora by the sale. Right now it is just on the Selena Gomez Rare website. But I do hope that it comes to Sephora before the sale, because if you could save some money on it too, it would be a really good deal for an everyday performing palette. Don't even have to use the glitter. I did though, and it still works for day actually, and you could really amp it up for nighttime. So let me know your thoughts below. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it along with me, and I sure hope that you did. And if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my channel so that I can see all of you in the next video. Bye-bye.